Hi everyone, we will continue the fourth module, Interactive Systems and MVC Architecture. So now after the status of the stack collection in the model and undoing an operations, so now we will discuss the implementation part of this. So first of all, we will discuss subclasses of command. The concrete command classes such as a line command which stores the associated data needed to undo and redo these operations. So here we are just going to discuss here implementation methods of specific to the command class which are shown. We are going to show it below. To execute method simply adds the command to the model, so the line will be drawn. So here the implementation method is a specific to particular these things which will be taken into the account. What we are going to show is text is repeated. So next we are going to discuss with the code of that one, how we are going to show line object. So actually command class, the execute command, here we are going to use the method simply add the numbers or command to the model. That line will be drawn to the undo command. The line object which is here removed from the model collection. Finally redo calls which is going to execute here. So this is the to undo command, the line object which are removed. Okay, redo will be executing. Public void execute model. So add item. So add item in the line. So now what boolean undo we have taken. So model which should remove the item and return true. Similarly public void boolean redo execute true. So as we explained earlier, the class has a method called end here which attempt to complete an unfinished command. The situation is considered hopeless if both endpoints are missing. So the object removes the line from the model, undoes the command and return false value. So otherwise, if the line is incomplete, so which has to start at the endpoint are considered the same. So this actually implementation will be taken public boolean and if line dot get point equal to null, in the case undo or return false. So if line dot get point to equal to null, line dot set point line get point 1 return true. So next we are going to just discuss what is the status of undo manager. So this is the point line dot 1 dot get point equal to null. Similarly line dot get point equal to null, so return true. So now this is the undo manager. So the undo manager, it declares actually two tasks, uh, two stacks for keeping track of the undo and redo operation. There are two stacks here. One stack is undo and other one stack is redo. So the both of the operations here. So undo will be storing all the details of history stack, where the redo will be that we can store it as the recent history, that is redo stack. Actually there we have the command stored in the field, namely current command. So public class which have a undo manager private stack history private stack redo stack private command current command. So if the command was not properly terminated, in this case we arrange this the methods such as current method which which will not be null when the new command is used. So this is about undo manager. So this thus we are saying here, looking this code, public class undo manager, private stack history and redo stack will be taken. So here begin command, what we are doing, I told that current command not equal to null, and current command dot end history push that current command. So the current command equal to command redo stack should be clear. So we are going to execute command dot execute. So next, we are just going to discuss here, undo and redo are straightforward operations. Why we are saying that here? If we consider here public void, that is the not equal to history.empty command dot history dot peak. So if command dot undo history dot pop will be happening in that, that is the redo stack push command will be executed. So in the same way, redo void undo. So now we are taking void redo. Why straightforward? Because of this reason. Again, if not redo stack is empty, again vice versa of this one. So history dot push command will be executed here. History dot redo stack in the push command is executed. So the redo stack will be executed here whenever you calling an undo, and redo, that uh, redo stack will be pop will be executed. So now we will discuss about drawing incomplete items. So here we should recall that terms incomplete item. So whenever we are using in the architectural pattern, so complete item we introduced in the previous whatever section. So there are a couple of reasons why the drawing program, so we might wish to distinguish between this type of the items. So regardless this, we could see that what are the distinguished types or the region of incomplete drawing item. First one, incomplete item might be rendered differently from the complete items. So this is the first case we need to discuss a lot. Why and for what reasons this could be taken because of the rendering the any object. So here after the first click, so we say that user interface track the mouse movement and draw line between the first click point and current mouse location. So here this line keeps shifting as the user moves the mouse like the another point wise. Here there is a chance of item might be incomplete. So likewise here, if we were to extend the program actually to include triangles which need 3 clicks, okay, one side may be displayed after 2 click, whatever labels in construction must show that the insertion point for the next character. There is chance of the 2 point construction point must be taken it as to the incomplete. So this is the region character or any diagram might be incomplete. Now the second point here, some field in an incomplete item might not have proper values. So this is also the one of the reason here. So rendering an incomplete item could be more tricky. So an incomplete line, for instance, might have one of the endpoint null. Such cases, it is inefficient to use the same render method. So both incomplete item and complete item, because that the method will need to check the whether are valid and take appropriate actions to handle these special cases. So here we need to ensure that there is a at most one complete item. This is not sound approach. So finally we say that so we can easily distinguish between incomplete item and complete item by having a field that identifies the type. Here, the render will behave differently based on this field. This approach would along the following. There are some lines we need to discuss in the next slide. So we can say that this is the public class line. So private boolean incomplete equal to, so we should decide, we should declare that incomplete that equal to true. Public boolean is incomplete, return incomplete. Okay, so other field are the respective corresponding methods. So public class here, new swing, user interface, incomplete, UI context, field and method. So the we should take that public void draw line method. So draw incomplete line, else draw a complete line. So there are some circumstances such in that we have a varied behavior of the based on the field values. The object-oriented philosophy always dictates subclassing. So we say that we treat the complete or incomplete item as a different class of object, in this case rendering method. Rendering method in the sense of view classes. So we created classes for incomplete such as incomplete label. So there are sub classes, so we say that such as label. Since class as an incomplete label, that we should take unaware of this instance. So once the object which is created, the incomplete object can be removed from the model. So that we take Java AWT, so that we could see in the next slide. So that is the Java AWT, so that we have taken a small code, not taken here. So that says that Java AWT package will be taken incomplete label for extend labeling purpose. So that we need to take the rendering that incomplete label or point-wise point we have to take it. So one problem we face this approach is that the user interface context must include the method drawing a as well as incomplete items. Draw incomplete label in our example. This suggests that UI user interface content need to be modified. So that we could take it in the next instance is the draw incomplete line. So in that new swing that will be taken, we wish to that solution that allows the customized presentation, which may be requires subclassing the behavior of some concrete items. This can be accomplished through in RTTI. So that could be taken in the particular part. So new swings, whenever implement that user interface, we could solve this kind of a problem. So this is the method we use. So how we are going to resolve that one? Incomplete drawing item. So next we will talk about adding a new feature. So how and why we need to add the new feature about it. So here let us examine how our system needs to be modified to accommodate this adding a new feature. This process for creating such a compound object would be as follows. So the user would select the item here that have to be combined by clicking them. So here the system would then highlight the selected item. So finally what we see, the user requests the operation of combining the selected item into a compound object, and system combines them into the particular one. So here this would enable us manipulate, we say that how we are taking into the adding a new feature. So let us we say that theoretically examine how our system need to be modified to accommodate this. So this is called as the process for creating such a compound object, how we are going to follow it. The user would select the item that have to be combined by clicking on them. So that is the adding new feature. The system would then highlight the selected item. Obviously, system will be selecting that highlighted feature items. The user then requests the operation of combining the selected item into compound object. So the system then combines into one class. So this is the way, so we can add it to the particular adding features. So now continue with this. Once a compound object has been created, so here it can be treated as the another object. This process can be iterated because this is the iterated process. Many of the compound objects could be created or selected because of adding new features for priority base. So this is can be, we need to take it as a this process can be iterated or compound that can be combined with the so other object because it is possible because a list of adding the additional feature can be combined, so which could themselves be compound, we say that, or a simple object, create another compound object. The first selecting item or items to be broken down into the choosing decompose the operation, simple technique. So note that here if a compound is created by combining two compound items, then decomposing, so it will give us back the original items. So that is the finally the system must have always ability to undo it and redo whatever the using operations. Since in this case we have to store a collection of item in the previous what we have the approaches implementing this would create a one new kind of item maintains the collection of the constituent item. So where we could use this following code here, public this the code has public class compound item list item public, again compound item parameters, so instantiate list public enumeration get item will be taken here, returns an enumeration of the object in the items, close other field or whatever that we have put taken it is. Since actually this consists of both simple item and compound item, it seems logical that all the entries stored in the items which are designed as belonging to the class object. Here the model would have also be modified respective type of object, so that we should take it as a consider. Now any kind of the class here examines that collection of items in the model. So that is an example of client classes. One of these could be a selected command. So when this selected object get coordinate of this mouse click, it iterates through the collection in the model which would be determine the selected item. So here another possibilities will be there. If the object is simple item, it would be cast as an item and includes the method would be invoked. If the object is compound, then it would be cast compound item, or we can call it as a get item method will be used to enumerate the list of object to make up the compound items. So that another thing clearly the most desirable switching part, so that object make compound item which is possibilities. So client method is querying the type of the object which is we can say that so switching to the field of the object. So our standard approach in this situation to create an inheritance hierarchy or use dynamic binding technique also. So that could be taken here. So or also we can take it as compound item as a collection of item, that is the composite pattern we have already studied, which gives an elegant solution to this type of the problems. So now the tree structure formed by formed by the compound items. So let us will explain about this. We say that compound item. So compound item will be decomposed into this. I say that compound item group 2, group 1, 2. So like that here line will be taken in the compound item. Similarly, this list or group compound item will be divided in line and label. So this could be again one more compound item again divided in line. So these followed by circle, line and circle. So like that this we can keep on dividing it. So this is the what is the intent of this composite pattern, which else we know that we have studied that compose the object into tree structure to represent part or whole hierarchies. Composite lets client treat individual object or composition of the object. We know that a uniform. A compound is actually item which is clearly a composition of simple item, since each compound item could be particularly if consist of compound item we have requisite tree structure that we can see in this diagrammatical representation. But the class interaction diagram of this pattern, whatever we had taken class representation of the hierarchy, composite structure of item hierarchy. So in this case, recursive and reminding to the recurrence of the definition of the particular tree. So now this is the diagrammatical represent the composite structure of the item hierarchy. So we have taken it as the main class item as rendered as the object, and subclass compound item for each n item that in terms of render, item list and render. So here line circle that we could follow the composite design structural design pattern. So same thing, a tree structured way we have taken it as the item hierarchies. So next we'll continue on the next is the pattern based solutions. So as explained earlier, a pattern is a solution template that addresses a recurring problem, so that we have discussed in the uh, initial models or specific situations. In general sense that these could apply to any domain. So actually architectural pattern at this level we could discuss the architectural pattern. These should be have a typically partition into subsystem and broadly define the role that each subsystem play, how they all fit together. Architectural patterns have the following characteristics. First, we could discuss what is the architectural pattern. So here they have evolved over time. So the first one. So here in the early years of software development, actually it was not very clear to the designers how systems should be laid out. Now on it is not like that. Now it is completely pattern based, so we can do it clear cut, design it. So over a time some kind of categorization that emerge of the kind of software system that are needed. So in due course it became a clearer as to how these systems and demands on them change over a system lifetime. This could be the one of the characteristic. Second characteristic is a given pattern is usually applicable for certain class of software system that we could take the MVC model view control pattern for instance. So is well suited for interactive system but might be poorer fit for designing respective payroll programs in case print pay check or the draw withdraw check receiving check whatever it is. So that is the problematic. Another thing is Third characteristic is the architectural pattern. The need for this is not obvious to the untrained eye. When a designer usually first encounters a new class of software, it is not very obvious what the architecture should be. So this is the reason what is the designer is not aware of the actual software or not aware of how requirement might be changed over a period of time, or what kind of modifications are likely to be needed. So this is the one case of the past fractionals what how they are. So in case we can take it an MVC as an example. So what we justify here architecture, but this was done by demonstrating that would be easier to add new operations into the system MVC what we studied that. So such an understanding is usually something will be acquired lifetime of the respective system. So here actually in the design pattern, so whatever we have design pattern, so this will solve that could appear in the many kind of software system once the principles of object oriented analysis and design have been established. It is easier to derive this. So example of these can be found throughout the our already we have taken a lot of examples. So this is a pattern based at this level we have taken architectural pattern. Typically this pattern have a system into subsystem and broadly which defines the role that a subsystem plays and how they all fit together. Architectural pattern always following this characteristic. So this is about architectural characteristic pattern. So this is also will have a certain, for example, code will be temp age equal to temporary variable will be declared as a, then age equal to b is equal to temp. So this is the like architectural code what that is we have taken. Next in the pattern based solution, there is a lot of examples will be given. So we could discuss examples of architectural pattern is one is the repository, the second one is client server, and third one is pipe and filter. So here first one, the repository is one of the example of this architectural pattern. So this characterized by this present single because always comes in data structure called a central repository. We know that here actually subsystem and modify the data stored in this. An example of such system could be a software used for managing airline system. All the data will be stored in the central databases. The subsystem here we could use that one of the managing the reservation, like we know that scheduling staff, scheduling aircraft, so and so. All we are going to maintain this architectural pattern in the repository. So like that, so in such system the control flow can be so dictated by the central repository. So that is the changes in the data characteristic could trigger some operations or from one of the subsystems. So here and another application such as centrally located or could be accessed and modified in several peripheral what is that one locations. So this is about like that any software development system or compiler could also employ such an architect. This is also repository examples having a centralized parse tree, or we say that entire compiler should have a symbol table or parse tree table. So everything should come into the central databases. So this is a good example of architectural pattern of repository. So next we will move on to the client server. So here client server, this is also one of the example of architectural pattern. So here also central system we all know that the server will be called as central system and server and several smaller subsystem like that we can call it as a clients which are typically quite similar. There is a fair amount of independence between the control flow here, and each subsystem may be using different thread system. And synchronization technique will be also used often or used to manage request and transmit the different request and response or result of that one. Client wise, client and server, client request and server will be responsive. Similarly, WW World Wide Web, this is the best example of a such an architecture of the client server pattern. Another thing here, peer-to-peer variant or generalization, we say that this peer-to-peer architecture where the client server role of the subsystem which are interchangeable. So this variant typically hard to design. We know that there is a possibilities of deadlock situation will be may arise of this kind of thing. So this is the also a good example of client server. But last one is the pipe and filters. The system here in this case pipe filters. We say that for example subsystem that process the data which are pipe which are to be interconnect the filters. Yeah, the filters which are completely mutually dependent and are aware only the input data that through the pipes. Okay, filter we knows that filter knows the form and content of the data that came in and not it was generated. So an example of this would be a processing outgoing or we can say that incoming data packet over a computer network, how the router will be routing the packet will be receiving and transparent to the source or the destination, whichever the address. So each layer would be like a filter that which adds to or we say that subtracts from or modifies the package and send it to forward. So this the we say that in a Unix operating system which is more sophisticated version of this pipe and filter and a good example of the architecture. So let us stop this the fourth module. So we had discussed about a complete discussion of model, view, controller, analyzing a system, subsystem, and implementation of all subsystem, undo operations, along with undo operations, implementation, undo manager, and several sequence diagrams, several tree diagram, whatever we have discussed, and pattern based solution and architectural pattern based is one of the great example.